Okay, so as we were saying, as you read your Bible, or your Quran, whichever you want to read, you start now understanding the parallels of life. One of the very stories that I was reading that as I was going through these last 6 months was the story of Joseph. Well, let me start with Noah first. In business, like I said, it was just so happened that phone call I got with my brother Tippett. The things that I had to go through, when you start a business, people that I selected to be in part of the business was the ones that I allowed to cause rifts. But I took it, I look at it like this. Those people that caused the rift was now God testing me and knowing, okay, this is what you need to learn, because you can't go in there doing the same thing. So when he did the Noah, when Noah, he said, look here, I made a mistake. I'm gonna need for you, Noah, to go ahead and build this ark. I'm gonna let you know what to do. He said, put 2 by 2, go ahead and put them on the boat, and then when this flood comes, I won't do it ever again. But I'm gonna make sure you guys replenish the earth. So he had to correct his mistake. He didn't expect for all this to happen. So now when everything starts again, he's better able to handle it. Now we're starting once over. Now, that was the same thing. Now I have to start back, but he did a 180 and said, let me not do it this way. Let's go here and make sure when we go back the other way, we are good. So I had to start back and hold on, you ain't qualified to satisfy the position I'm looking for. You're not qualified for the position. No, you're not qualified to satisfy the position that I called you for. Perfect example. This brother came to me, very, very, very marketable person. As far as the looks, the image we were looking for at that time. But when it comes to now, I need a marketing director. I need somebody to go ahead out here and give me X, Y, Z. We have a plan of action to go out here to make sure we promote and put the name out here. Now I got a business degree. I have marketing skills, but I can do it all, but I can't do it all by myself. So now you expecting, you can talk a good game, but now when it's time to put the application in, it's like, wait a minute, where you work at? You talk a good game, now it's time to put the action in. I got the money, you got the resources, but what because like we say, as a leader of the Black Student Union or the president, I had a pool of people I can pull from who was qualified because they was either studying that field or they were ambitious enough to try to learn. So now I went through those experiences of habit. Now you got to go to the root and start over, and now you got to pick and start over. You got to be the fisherman man now, pretty much. You got to find the right people. You got to make sure the ones that you stand behind or stand behind you know the vision, understand the mission, but there got to be some structure. Ray's Boomer Room. It's all in my mind here. See, it don't even exist, man. It's in my mind. But now, well, New Legacy was in my mind. I knew it by heart. I knew it by. I live it. I left 20 years. So guess what? Now that we I put the structure in. And now I understand why this is happening. Okay, since that happened, let me put this in place. And so on and so forth. Just like the same thing with the commandments and the laws and things of that nature. We see a problem, let's give it a solution. So now, in order to move on, we have a bylaw. We understand how to deal with different situations. We have the foundation. We're building the connections. Now, we're going into our season of sowing. We have talked about it for a year and a half. Now we're actually moving and starting to see things starting to roll because now the spiritual part of the spiritual base of the foundation is starting to help hold up and hold up the brick and mortar we're putting in. So at traveling. You travel by foot, you start walking, and if you do it well, you go ahead and get your bus pass, and then he might bless you with a car. So I drove around all these years and, had a car, Cadillacs, but when you start walking, you start to see the opportunities that you have missed when you roll past. I'd walk, oh man, my toe, I'm so glad my feet ain't got no bunions and nothing, because I done walked many miles. I've been all through the city of Cleveland, from the Gold Coast all the way to the borders of Garfield. I'm going to Garfield no more. I'm talking about all through it, and seeing the beautiful opportunities. Some people may see it as as a mess, but it's a blessing from that mess. It's opportunities from that mess, or an opportunity for that plot, an opportunity for that gives us the opportunity. When I started writing this play, I'm like, this is a lot. So now, as I say, when you have it all in your mind, Ray, and you try to put people in positions, it's confusion. So now what I had to do was sit back, go back, and let me make a binder for this division. Let me make a binder for this division. Let me make sure that. So now when we go into having those members, we can go back to the binder, start at one, let's find out what we need to fix, and let's work together and put it out there and make sure that's perfected, and move on to the next thing. And that's why I say I had to ask God for one thing. I say, Lord, give me the people you want me to have. Make sure you just give me the wisdom. That was the most important part. And when you ask for wisdom, you better be careful. You better be ready to receive that. I don't see. People think about this hat and they say, well, oh, they have perception. I don't rule over nobody. Yes, I call my name is King Victor. But yes, at that point when I was doing that, I wanted to rule over. Yeah, follow me, follow. No, I want to follow you. Let me find out what you're doing so I can help you get through it. So and as that happened, God ain't gonna give you nothing perfect. So as you're building, as you're going into your blessing, listen. I fear. That's the key thing with people. We fear the calling we may have on our life. We're scared of what people gonna think, people gonna do. They look at that hat. It's intimidating sometimes. Some people just look at that. But no, I'm serving you. Served. Meaning I'm putting things in, I'm listening to you, or things you may not be able to do. I'm using my skills and my talents to help you get it done, and let's see the results. I'm serving you. I get my blessings from serving people. I'm a servant of the people, so don't get misconstrued. So when you see me, hey, how you doing? I'm using my kingly value to put a smile on your face. So that's the perception of things. Growth and development, you are starting to understand the perception. Just because the brother wears his pants, I'm trying to make sure y'all put your pants up. The perception is that you're trying to sell something. That's what you're selling. That's the perception. But that brother might be smarter than Einstein, or to be nobody gave him a chance, an opportunity to express himself, or give him the platform to. So, spiritually, when you're religious, you're judging. Oh, me over here, you having a drink? Don't have a drink. Don't drink, and they got to affect my drink. I don't care if you have a drink. Willpower, understand mind. You got to make sure your mind is strong. Your mind, your body, and your spirit is strong, because you don't have to do what everybody else do. But I will tell you this, there. When you start to understand being in the Word and not of it, that's a big part of it. See, as a party promoter, I had people coming in from out of town. I'm all over the place, chilling. I'm drinking. I got to make sure everybody's. I'm partying, having everything. Now that I can separate, I can see that's what I was doing. I can see the destruction that it was causing. Now it's okay to party now. Just know how. And what you do is my thing is now it's actually because one thing somebody told me, Mr. Mario Henderson, I said, man, it's crazy. He said, man, you ain't supposed to be partying with the people you're trying to leave. Wow. Growth. So what I mean by that is, now, that's like Moses trying to go down in the valley with them. If we was down in the valley with them, we couldn't go up to the mountain and have his words with God. He couldn't go up and make sure that the stuff was together so he can bring it back to the people. So, when we got together, the brothers that we have now, when I stopped trying to put people that I thought were friends in there, and he started giving me, putting people in my life that needed to be there, boom, we might have been going through our Job season, and we're now coming out, planting seeds to see growth. The people I can name on, when you hear it, I put the accolades out there because now this is what they're good at, and this is what they can back. They have stuff to back it up with. They bring something to the table. We all working together. We have fundamentally understand our natural knowledge, and now we can pretend together, advancing the natural knowledge. People that stank on it. Now, understand that's funk, fundamental. But when you put your stank, you got to make sure you put that stank. That's like making your food. When you understand, okay, you know how to make the greens. But now when you put those stank on the greens, you got your turkey tail in there, you got your onions in there, you make sure you put your seasoning in there, you got your own flavor to it. Ooh. You put your stank, you put your heart, you put your soul in it. And you're going to stay with some. Now, this is a team. Now we out there, it's like football. We're standing together. Now you know what your position is, you know what your position is. We go out here, that's what we're in these games. But in order to do that, make sure you have the fundamentals together now. Make sure you fundamentally understand your natural knowledge, your talent. You cannot, that we got. They didn't understand it. They had a talent, but they didn't even know how to use it. Or they didn't know how to sharpen those tools. So, Mr. Brown, you're a coach in many different aspects. Your daddy won a championship throughout the city of Cleveland. Now you're the coach. Now, I'll tell you, it was some things I had to go. There's levels to this stuff here. That's why I don't call myself an executive no more. Hold on, wait a minute. I just want to execute some things, but I want to make strategy work. I want to have a strategy when I work. In order to have a strategy, you must remember the game of chess. Because I played checkers so long, I'm just jumping over things and trying to get a king. Now I get on the other side. Now I got to jump. It ain't nothing to. But when you play chess, every move got to be your best move. It's war. It's spades. It's war. Not a, like I say, not a physical, but it's a war. Mental, physical, and spiritual come sometimes. Right now it's spiritual. Because people can be, like I said, you got to make sure you look. I had to open my spiritual eye. The physical eye. She's so beautiful. But she's ugly on the inside. The words that come out of her mouth just make her ugly. I'm just saying, that's just an example. The thing, he may be handsome, but oh Lord, he just spiritually dead. So when you start, your mind starts to think differently. So about like the test here. My father, when he passed away, we moved into the big house. And now, the people that's running my business, now there's no kids, these are grown folks coming in. Now I'm turning into father. Now I'm mystic. Now I'm turning to Galloway. I'm Bill Cosby. I'm a Dr. Hustle. Because now I got Theo over here, want to do everything but what he's supposed to do. I got Vanessa over here. So you got the whole family, but you got to holler, scream, cuss, fuss. But in that whole thing is, you had the anger thing. That's one thing that I had to really work on. And let's make sure we understand that. We talked about that in the root, the anger. You can get mad at some things, but don't get angry because you make hasty decisions that can change the whole dynamic of everything. So I'll be mad, but you can walk back and let me take a breath. Let me think about this. But when you get angry, you done made the decision that now, oh Lord, what is we gonna do? I hate that, but that's the difference. So now, when still, I got angry, oh Lord, I've been there for life. I've been guilty. Because people do things, I don't know what it is, especially when they get jealous, or they think that you're rich, or you think that you have money. They don't understand this cost. They don't understand the value of things. They don't understand the sentimental value of things. They don't understand the same teaching. And I understand everybody ain't gonna be like you. Everybody's gonna have a upbringing like you. They don't have the same opportunity as you. So they're gonna do what they're used to doing, because that's what some people are so used to being treated bad, they don't know how to be treated good. We talk about it in the root. That's a strong piece of it. So now, instead of getting angry, then let me get mad. But now let me say something. I apologize to how I came at you, but this is how we correct this act. But wait, hold on. We ain't gonna keep getting mad though. I'm not gonna keep allowing this to happen. Now I gotta put my foot down. Now you must leave. Okay. Now that you got your fundamentals down, Jay Brown, now the situation you go through, oh Lord, how you gonna get through this? Let me see how you gonna roll through this. Because sometimes, like I said, again, going to Shaker Heights and Beechwood, you get it. I had to just see how popular was acting when I walked through Pinecrest, and people was walking. I'm got my music on, I'm jamming, I'm partying, and I'm just feeling like I got my little smooth walk on. Next thing you know, hold on, the noses were turned up like, oh. I was like, well, you better live a little. I'm singing it through the middle. You better live a little. That's my problem. Y'all got hip replacement because you ain't giving it no exercise. You ain't letting it loose a little bit. We have a PhD in advanced body movement. Just like I told you. You know, when you go ahead and now your body is they stiff. You know, it's walking around like Frankenstein. No neck. Everything you're uptight and out of sight. But now I had to remember those days. Walking through 105. Those days of living on 93rd in Woodhill. Those days of living on the west side. Those days that I had to go through the hood. So that and I thank God that I'm able to walk in any neighborhood and have respect, and also have no disrespect. Yeah, you can hate on me all you want to, but I ain't got no problem with you because I ain't in your business. Hey, how you doing? It's good to see you. All right. Because like I said, as a peacemaker, I'm walking through this and I'm making game. How you feeling? I'm making sure that I'm being the preventative. I want to prevent any crime or prevent any trouble from happening. So, look here. So I'm shaking hands with most, like I said, but then still, when you deal in those situations, now you better deal with the people. I better, you know how to deal with different situations. So, now when you get to a point where you say, distractions are playing a role. Ooh, that was a key one too. Distraction. So you got business to take care of, but now you don't trust enough because they haven't shown you trust. You can't. They said now they holding up your time. I had one. It was the most craziest thing. I know where I sit my keys at every time I leave out the door. Every time I leave out the door, I know where to pick my keys right up. They right there, so I ain't got to run around and look for them. That was, I remember, and that was always one of my things in high school. I can't find my house key. Now I got to sit outside till mom let me get out. So I always find a way to around my neck or something. Still. So I had the brother come over. No, I kept the keys there. She hadn't got a ride home with. Okay, where are my keys at? I'm in there. I'm going through everything. They threw them up under the table. I ain't even been in that part of the house. Now you want to see me go crazy. Now you want to see me go off. Oh. And that goes along with a lot of things that people call manipulation as well. Gaslighting. Causing situations to make a situation happen. It's causing effect. Yeah. That's going to be another topic. That's a whole nother. Because people will do that. Because it's to cause you a mental breakdown. You talking about crazy? People will try to run you crazy, but let me tell you like this. One thing I always learned, don't let nobody take it from your mind. That's why they look at me like that, they smart, because I have to sit back and let me put 1 and 2 together, because 1 plus 1 is 3. Hold on, wait a minute. Hey, And you don't have to ask a question, you don't have to say nothing, the information comes to you, and you put it it's confirmation that comes to you out of nowhere. So that's why I had to separate myself. Because, hey, wait a minute. Because this is the growth and development and understanding of myself. When you mess with family or relationships with mine, I'm a Leo, so that's a total disrespect to me. I had one go over here and get this computer. That's all you need to do. Come on back. This is my son's house. Come on back. That's it. But for you to go behind my back and go to my son's house and do what? Now you have to cross the line. Okay, no problem. Now you into the mindset. Now I can't take no more. I was sitting and contemplating. I had the gun. I'm going to take my mind. I'm finna take them all out. I'm done dealing with this here. It was the breaking point. I was done. I was right in the hallway. I'm talking about it was on and popping. It was done. It was over. Thank God. I asked him for a way. I said, Lord, if this ain't, I'm talking about, just so happened. The person that looked me in my eye that day saved a life. Saved 3 of them, actually. I was so, the walk back, what was I thinking? I'm talking about the talk that God spoke that thing. He said, vengeance is mine. I got them. You good. Don't say nothing. Stay to yourself. Do you. I'm sitting here single because someone else's perception, someone else's rumors, or someone else's, and this is, manipulation of gaslighting causes them not to understand. I don't know who to trust now. But I've sat here and told you, watch out for this. Like I said, this is why youth and development is so important, because, listen, some of us ain't got that person that's going to stand back and pull your coattail and tell you, hold on. I had some great trainers and great teachers. Now, I'm letting you know this because I'm not saying this for just to think I'm better. No, it's been told to me. I watched it and I experienced it, and now I'm sitting here. I ain't letting you go, but I'm just letting you know the things I had to do to keep you safe and secure. I do apologize, but you're safe. Thank you, family. Thank you, in-laws. I'll take it out. I'm patient, but I bet you it won't happen again. Safety and protection. So all I'm saying is now you have to understand your growth and development. Because if I didn't understand myself and understand the spiritual side of self, I would have been sitting in someone's jail waiting for a trial and wasted away an opportunity and the talent. But not thinking, not being spiritually strong, and not caring about my physical health. To grow from the development reach the understanding, just communicating, understanding and reading that you're learning, you're able to display wisdom. Because now I'm able to overstand. You know what? I ain't got to deal with this. I ain't got that. I ain't deal with that. I want something done, I had to do it myself, because guess what? I can't depend on people, because I remember this. I've been independent so long. I can't be independent. I don't know how to be dependent. But people are so dependent so long, they don't know how to be independent, so they feel entitled. Oh, wait a minute. Everything I earn, I earn it. When it's given to you, you don't appreciate it as much. But when you earn it, I earn my check, so why my check short? I know my hours, but I want every dime. I don't care every last penny. I can argue about that because I put my time in. But when it ain't yours and it's given to you, I'm sitting here arguing about y'all gonna sell a house, but y'all ain't gonna give me no notice. I'm sitting here. I'm paying the $2,600 to make sure the house is maintained. Whether you ain't gonna offer me a deal, you know what? You don't have it. It ain't mine. It's all right. It's all right. Family. This is family you're thinking of. This is your mother. This is going again to the wisdom of Solomon. The two mothers. But now, even with the wisdom we have, I had to realize one thing, that the understanding is not mine, and overstanding that God blesses a child that has his own. So you can't take or control nothing I got, because that's what I earned it in his mind, and if you want it, hold on, we're going to war for mine. But I can't fight for yours. That's why I don't have no. It ain't mine. I can't. There's some things I can fight for, that I will fight for. But God blesses the child that has his own. So I had to take care of Let me make sure I'm together so that I can take care of mine. So that I know myself is taken care of. So that I can take care of, love myself. So when we get together, we can work together to take care of us. We, us is obvious. So everything that I went through the Job said I stayed faithful, obedient. I could have lost my mind. I could have, would have, should have. But I would stay faithful, stayed obedient, read my word. Now when I come out of the pit that my brothers and sisters threw me in, I'm coming out as a king, a negus, on the other side now. I understand to appreciate this blessing of a kingdom is about to, Because now you ain't about my business. Get about my business, because New Legacy is my